Good morning everyone, and welcome to my home cafe and today's video. Today we're looking at bean choice and the settings we need for the optimal shot of espresso coffee. So let's get started. Right, so the first part of the process for me is selecting my beans. So here I have a pack of Delonghi branded signature blend coffee beans. Now when I purchased my machine, it gave me a pack with a few little helpful booklets and cards to help me out with things. So a few of the things we need to look at when we're trying to achieve a optimal shot of espresso is dose rate, grind size, brew temperature, and brew time. And one of the ways that we can achieve this is by, on the back of each pack, for example with this one, we have already predetermined, and they've given us the information we need. So it says, well, it's a medium to dark roast and 70% Arabica and 30% Robusta beans. And all the information you'll find on the back of most of the roasters packs, or if not on their website. So another example I have here is from Seven Trees Coffee, which is Habana, which is a Colombian blend of coffee. And on the back of this one, we have the information that we need, like the region as to where it's come from, our flavour profiles, and our roast profile being a 4-5 of strength. So they won't necessarily always give you all the information that you need. So one of the ways that we can combat this is through the pack of Delonghi. It gave us a roasting scale card. So the way that you can also gain information is by taking a few beans of your selected coffee and place it on top of the card and cross-match the closest you have looking to what's on the card. And on the back of the card, it tells you what it is. So if you cross-reference each picture on the back, and there it'll tell you whether it's a light roasted, medium dark, or medium roasted, and so on. So it's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So then from that point, what we do is we then go down to a booklet which is provided by Delonghi, and there it will tell you light, medium, medium dark, and so on roast, and that gives you an indicator for your dose level. So you've got 10, 15, 20 and things like that. Now they're based on probably double shot baskets. So then we come across to the next page and it gives you the chart that you want. So you've got 100% Arabica up the top there if it is. Flip the page and there we have Arabica and Robusta blended, which in our case, which is what is on the pack, which is what we're going to use. So we simply match up medium to dark as we have here. Then it gives us our grinder settings being 5 to 6, our infusion temperature 3 to 2. Some of you may not have the option of that on your machines. It may already be preset. So then we go to which filter size. So we're using, it's good for both single and double, and then we go to which is the right dose level. So you've got ×2 minimum dose and single dose, and that will probably become more apparent in a few minutes when we brew our coffee. So that's one way that we can determine the settings for our coffee machine to get our optimal zone when we brew our coffee. So let's go and get set up, and we will make a coffee or an espresso shot. All right, okay. Now the next phase in the process is we have our machine turned on. We have our determined our dose rate is 16. We've also got the ×2 button selected, which is a double wall double portion filter basket. We have our coffee beans in. We have our grinder setting at 5. So what we do now is we simply, I'll just go through this bit. Once you hit that button alongside there, we've got our brew temperature set at 3. And let's just flick back to our dose rate. So now let's grind some coffee. Basket to our dose rate, giving us our tamping process. Now this is where I probably get a little bit different. Come down, tamp it, and then just give it a second shot. Now, just to polish it perhaps a little, as I just simply turn that before I bring it out and come up the top. So now, looking at that, we're probably a little bit under our mark. Oh no, it seems to be quite good. So all right, well, let's give that one a try. So let's determine our portion. We're going to our group head. By all accounts, we'll see how good I am, and we should get into the optimal range on the scale, which should be anything between there to there. Now a lot of these are specialista machines, such as the Arte, this particular model, and the other ones have all got a gauge on the top, and which will determine, and then you'll be able to know whether you've got a good shot. So let's hit the OK button and start brewing. Okay, so we've gone into our pre-infusion process. Now, by all accounts, here we go. Start to run. That should go up to around about 12 o'clock. Okay, yep. And we've gone up, and there we go. We've gone past. So we're a little on the low side, but we're still within the optimal range for our brew. Now, probably what I possibly could have done to bring that a little bit higher was to increase that from 16 to 17, probably, which would have given us a little bit more coffee in the basket. Henceforth, when we tamp it, probably make it a little bit tighter, which would have created more pressure. So that's basically what I go through, and as you can see, it gave us an optimal shot of coffee. So between the characteristics that we spoke of before, it's probably given us millage wise a good double shot. It's got quite a good creamer on the top for the type of bean. So I'll wrap this one up by saying that I hope this helps people. The settings that I have are not setting concrete, you will find probably a little bit of variation. You'll still have a little bit of play perhaps, depending on your machine. But basically the grind settings and dose rates are pretty well the same across each of the specialista machines, but how you address that is machine dependent. So I hope this has helped a few people out. If you enjoyed what you saw and hopefully learned something, please hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and you'll be informed of future uploads. And please do subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.